Greetings and welcome, friends. We are in a brand new chapter of Algebra 1. We are in chapter dos, mis amigos. We're talking about inequalities. That's right. We've been solving equations, you might have noticed. Things that are equal to one another, like 2x equals 10, and then we divided both sides by 2 and got x equals 5. We've been solving equations, but we are going to move out of the realm of equality and into the realm of inequality, when things are not necessarily equal to each other, or they are more than just equal to each other, or less than equal to each other. That's weird. Let's see. An inequality is a mathematical sentence that compares expressions, but instead of comparing them and saying they're the same, they're saying maybe they're not the same, or they're the same or smaller than the other, right? So let's find out. It says an inequality contains the symbol. This one is called the less than sign. That's a greater than sign. This is a less than or equal to sign, and this is a greater than or equal to sign. Careful for your greater than signs that they don't accidentally start looking like sevens. That's one of the reasons why I make my sevens with a little crossbar like that, like so. Also in geometry, your less than sign is this, but in geometry we'll have this symbol. Does anyone know what this symbol means? If I wrote this, that's called angle A. So that's a symbol for angle. So the things are set up like that. Question, comment, yeah? All right. Official opinion, and you guys can comment in the post below. One of the students hates angles. All right. We'll find out maybe when he's in geometry with me. So look for the following phrases to determine what symbol to use. So if you hear the phrase is less than, you will use this symbol. If you hear the phrase is fewer than, you will describe it that way. Be careful. Remember, we've had this before, 3 less than a number. All right, we've had that phrase before, and that translated to be 3 subtracted from a number. But if I do the simple thing of adding the word is in here, 3 is less than a number, that would have been translated to 3 is less than a number. All right, super subtle. The addition of the word is completely changed the meaning. It went from an operation to a relationship. Yeah. Let's see. Is greater than would be a greater than sign. Is more than greater than sign is how you translate some of those phrases. These ones are the tricky ones. I have to pause and think about this, which is perfectly fine, right? Take your time, think about it. Is less than or equal to? I would use a less than or equal to sign. Is at most? So this phrase would tell me my answers or whatever are everything up to and including a number, right? Up to and including a number, or is no more than. So it cannot include anything bigger than the number, meaning it would be everything less than or equal to the number. All right, so you might want to use this table when you're doing some sentence translations later. Is greater than or equal to, pretty much the meaning of the word. Is at least, meaning it's equal to it or more than it, right? If something is at least. So you must be at least 5 years old to play Pokemon X, right? You would be describing a greater than or equal to situation where your age was greater than or equal to 5, right? Right, that's what you would be describing. Or is no less than, right? Your height must be no less than 3.5 feet to ride a roller coaster. All people who are allowed to ride the roller coaster would be greater than or equal to that height. All right, so let's do some sentence translations here. Writing inequalities. Number W represent Waddy math, W minus 3.5. So let's see, W minus means subtract, 3.5. And let's see, the relationship is this part. Once I hear the word is, that's is less than or equal, is describing a relationship, and I'm going to use the less than or equal to sign, right, to negative 2. So that's how I would translate that, right? You are, yeah. Yeah, you already got that one. All right, 3. I know what the number 3 looks like. Bam, represent. Here's the relationship. The word is clued it off to me. Is less than, that's going to be less than sign, is less than a number n plus 5. Welcome, welcome, sir. All right, 0, I know that number, is greater than or equal. All right, so the relationship is greater than or equal. Let's see, I can draw a better underline. So that'll be the greater than or equal to sign. Twice a number x, so that's 2x plus 1. Thank you, thank you. Also, we found out today that I have a mute key. Check this out, internet. I mute, actually, I ended up stopping my voice talking. Friends are hearing me mute out right now. Crazy. Wow. So, good news. That means I can talk to my friends in real life when I want to keep a secret from my internet friends. Oh, I just whispered into the mic. That didn't keep it a secret. Oops. All right. Maybe I shouldn't have told them I had a mute key, because now they're going to feel like they're missing out. Or maybe they'll want to sign up for a math class with me someday. As a result, they'll be like, I gotta check out Mr. Waddy Math Live. That's what I need to do. They'll move here, because I know my number 3 nation in the world watching Waddy Math represent Philippines. Hey, shout out to my friends in the Philippines. We won't forget you in the United States or Canada, though, either. And maybe someday I'll get more than 2.5 minutes of airtime in Iran. But don't worry, my Iran fan. Maybe you can watch some more math with me someday. Let's see. A solution of an inequality is a value that makes the inequality true. An inequality can have more than one solution. All right, just like our equations could have had more than one solution, these ones can have muchos solutions, all right? The set of all solutions of an inequality is called the solution set. So it's like, if I put all of the things that work into one box, that's my solution set. All right, so let's look at this little table here. So x equals -6, they're saying. X equals -6. If I plug, does -6 work as a solution in the inequality x plus 5 is greater than or equal to -2? So watch this check. -6 plus 5, that simplifies to be -1. Is -1 bigger than or equal to -2? Right? I'd rather owe someone $1 than owe someone $2. I'd rather lose 1 finger than 2 fingers. Right? It's a bigger deal. It's a better deal. It's bigger than -2. So yes, that is true. Yes. That means that this is a solution. This is one of the solutions, okay? How about -7? -7 plus 5 is -2. Is -2 bigger than or equal to -2? Yes, Ethan, right? Because of the equal to part. I think you guys agree it is not bigger than itself, but it's equal to itself. Right? So that works. That's legitimate. That is on the line. That barely counted. And -8 plus 5 is -3, and that is not greater than or equal to -2. That is smaller than -2, and therefore is not a solution of the inequality. Let's see, I want to pick up the pace. Yeah, we got to do graphing, because I want us to do some Desmos in a moment here. All right, checking solutions. Here we go. Tell whether -4 is a solution of each inequality. So let's plug -4 in for x, right? So -4 plus 8, is that less than -3? -4 plus 8 is 4. Is that less than -3? So that's a no-go. That means negative 4 is not a solution. All right? Right, yeah. I'm just being explicit. And also the O and the L look like a D. It looks like it says seduction. Yeah. All right, how about part B here? Is negative 4.5 times negative 4, is that greater than negative 21? Let's see, negative times negative is positive. 4 times 4 is 16, plus 4 times a half is 2. 18? Man, you're quicker than me. 18 is bigger than negative 21. Good news, everyone. That works. No. Although 2.6, I think, section 2.6 does talk about absolute value and inequalities. So you can check that out on your own sometime if you want. All right, so that's example 2. Let's see. Do I get to graph it yet? Yay! Hooray for graphs, my friends. It's when I'm copying and pasting, it dims the screen. I know it's a little weird. Yeah, so when I go like this, I could copy that. I take a copy of it. I could paste it. I could rotate it. Oh, my mouse just died. Right. Look at that. I could stretch it in one direction. Yeah. So the graph of an inequality shows the solution set of an inequality on a number line. Okay. An open circle is used when a number is not a solution, and a closed circle is used when a number is a solution. And then we have arrows to the left or right and kind of shade in those directions. So you guys, you're welcome. I already gave you little number lines for example 3. Guys, I'm telling you, this is going to be a nice, easy peasy lemon squeezy section of notes. So y is less than or equal to negative 3. Watch how I graph this. You don't have to be super fancy. All of your graphs, I want to have a 0 on it. And negative 3 would be somewhere over here. Okay? Now my solutions. Is negative 3 a solution? Is negative 3 less than or equal to itself? Itself. Yeah, it's equal to itself. So I could put a closed circle at negative 3. Is negative 4 less than or equal to negative 3? Yeah. Negative 5 is less than, right? Negative 10. How about, is negative 1 less than that? No. Or 0 less than it? No. So what this ends up being is a solid dot, a closed circle at negative 3, and everything to the left, I just used an arrow. All right, left, right, is shaded to the left. All of these points represented there, infinitely many of them, are solutions of that inequality. All right, how about this one? I'm gonna rewrite this one. If 2 is less than x, I'm gonna rewrite that as x is greater than 2. I'm gonna write flip, bam, waha! Right, so if I flip it over, notice that I also have to flip the inequality. You guys spot that? That makes sense. Right, 2 is less than x, that means x was the bigger thing, so x is bigger than 2. Let's number line this. So I'll have 0, I'll have 2 like there maybe, and let's plot our point. Now, is 2 a solution of this? Is 2 bigger than itself? No. Don't worry. So I'm going to draw an open circle, and the solutions are everything bigger than 2. So I'm going to shade to everything bigger than, al más grande, than 2. So that means 2.1 is a solution, 2.001 is a solution. Everything up to 2 coming at it from the right-hand side here is a solution, except for 2 itself. All right, let's do this last one. And 0 is the point of interest. Is 0 a solution? 0 is not bigger than itself because it doesn't have the equal part. And bigger than 0 would be to the right. So 1 is a solution because 1 is bigger than 0. 10 is a solution. Pi is a solution. Question, comment? Well, this is saying the solutions are everything bigger than 0. So, yeah, everything bigger than 2. So, like, 3 is a solution. 4 is bigger than 2. 5 is bigger than 2. When I flipped it, yeah. So notice, if, guys, this is a pro tip here, right? Life hack, you ready for this? If you have your variable on the left and not the right, then you could pretend that your inequality behaves like a little arrow telling you which way to shade it. How cool is that? This is shaded to the left, this is shaded to the right, that's shaded to the right. How cool is that? I am too cool for school. All right, I think... Yeah, we're going to do some Desmos activity for the remainder of this. I'll just throw this one chart up here to help you all out if my internet friends want to see this. So yeah, so here's just difference between less than, greater than, less than or equal, greater than or equal. If it's got the equal part, it's a solid dot. If it's not, then it is an open circle. Thank you. Have a great day. Bye-bye.